Hi, I'm Sherri Jones. Welcome. Today I have with me a man named Guy Ryder who is doing some work with the Menominee Nation right now in regards to the proposed mine and things that are going on up there, in regards to protecting graves and other things. Hi, Guy.
Hi, Poso.
So, what is this film project that you have going on right now?
Well, we had some sustainability leadership cohort students that I think it's a program that's been going on for a couple of years. The Sustainability Development Institute at the College of the Menominee Nation has some students every year, and they do projects relating to sustainability. This year they produce other movies and they do other things, but this year the students wanted to do a movie loosely based on the Back 40 mine. So they wrote it, directed it, did everything, wrote the script, and it came out really nice.
Hey, there was just a film festival here a little bit back, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think right now we're thinking about different areas that this thing can be viewed, and I know it's on YouTube right now, but different avenues for these students' voices be heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing what they've done,
Mm-hmm.
and it's inspiring when you watch it.
Yeah, they would air it on WYOU. So yeah, here in Madison, WYOU.
Yeah, I know.
would air it.
Actually, some of the I forgot what the Reynaldo Morales, I believe is his name, from UW Madison that had helped them. It's a part of their Post-Soul project, and they're a part of it helped with the editing and directing and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I hear a lawnmower outside. I hope it goes away. This always happens. Something happens. Okay. Well, now what is the area of the mine, and just some information on it. When are things supposed to be happening, and what is the area, and about the burial grounds? Where is everything?
Well, the Back 40 project is a project put forth by the Aquila Resources. They own the mineral rights underneath the land there. This project is located about roughly, I would say, about 40 miles upriver from the mouth of the Menominee River. It's on the Michigan side. It's right around what they call the 60 Islands locale on the river. This river is this mine is going to be 750 feet deep, 150 feet short of the Menominee River. 750 feet deep is about 2.5 Statue of Liberty standing on top of itself. The pit itself is going to be about a quarter-mile wide. They will have their own water treatment plant there, so they'll be have a tailings will be stored there. They're going to be discharging into the river, but the company had said that the water that's going to go back into the Menominee River is going to be cleaner than the actual Menominee River itself. It's a huge, monstrous project. I think it's like 800 and some acres, the total project area. We have 22 of our known cultural sites that are right within their project area. The burial mound groups that are right there. Some are within their project, but some are right on the outside, but it's right next to their project. That's a huge concern of ours, is protecting our ancestors, and the ones that are in the ground there. So we had been involved for a while. The Aquila Resources has been involved in this project for, I believe it's like 12 years or 13 years, but they never submitted an application for a permit. Um, their other mining company that was partnering with them, or their financial arm, was Hut Bay Minerals, and they pulled out of the project. I think it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So it was kind of left floundering, and they didn't do anything for about 3 years. And then last November, they submitted an application to the Michigan DEQ. And 2 weeks later, it got approved administratively complete. We're still in the process of getting that permit granted. Submitted the permit in November. We're still in the process. Last year, November 2015, we're still in the process of them issuing a denial or approving it. They just recently put out a public press release, the Michigan DEQ did, that said that they're giving them I believe it's a draft approval. It's part of their 632 mining framework that they got to go by. It's not a done deal, though. There's still a lot of things that are out there that have not been addressed. The tribe and many other tribes and many other grassroots organizations have been putting in tons of comments on it. I don't think that we have gotten all those comments addressed. The cultural resources, of course, haven't been addressed yet. We're still waiting for that. They still need their wetland permit. But in the meantime, we've been putting together a Save the Menominee River speaking tour, where we've done multiple forums and some of the affected communities. We did a water walk back in April, where we walked from Casino Falls on the Menominee Indian Reservation up to the mouth of the Menominee, and then we were going to go up to the mine site. That was the walk. But it took us 3 days to walk 86 miles, and on that third day, there was some of the people had other things to do, so we stopped the walk there at the mouth of the Menominee River, and we're going to pick that walk back up on the 21st of September this year, 2016. We're going to start at sunrise at the Menominee Harbor in Marinette. We're going to walk to the mine site, and then the following day, we're holding a large gathering, calling the gathering, remembering our ancestors. We're hoping to get all Great Lakes tribes represented, and everyone else that's in opposition to this mine that wants to stand up for our water and our land.
Mm-hmm. Now, isn't there? I heard there was going to be like 5 buses at the casino in the morning at 8 o'clock to take off at 8:30.
Yeah, on our reservation, on the Menominee Indian Reservation, we have 3 buses that are going to be picking people up at the casino starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're going to depart at 8:30 on the day of the 22nd. And then they'll bring people back to they'll be departing from the gathering site at 3 o'clock and should have everybody back to the casino by 4, or maybe a little after. The gathering is taking place about 100 yards north of Aquila Resources Field Office in Stevenson, Michigan, on River Road. It's a boat landing. It's right by the Backlund Mountain Group. We're going to do a mine tour, and we're going to do an archaeology tour. We're going to have speakers all day. It'll just be a good gathering. We have a water ceremony in the morning. Should have, some song being sung by some of our traditional drums, so it should be good.
Okay, yeah. Now, people need to register for the bus ride if they want to go, right?
Yeah, we're hoping that people will register to go on the bus just so we can kind of keep a count. It's not necessarily, you don't really have to do it. I mean, nobody's going to kick anybody off if you didn't register, so we're encouraging people to register, but, if you don't have access to a computer by the time to do it, we just ask them to show up and be there at 8 o'clock. Be ready to depart by 8:30.
Yeah, is there a website that people can go to or a Facebook page to get information?
We have both. You could just go on to the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin's their Facebook and their website and find out more information.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this will air this Monday.
Okay.
So, Do you have any other events that you know on about that are coming up in the future too, right after that?
Well, the only other thing is on October 6th in Stevenson High School in Michigan, the DEQ is holding a public comment event at 6 o'clock, and we're hoping to get as many people as we can to attend that thing and voice their concerns over this project.
Okay, are there any petitions out right now?
There have been petitions, SaveTheWildUP.com. You go on their website and look at some of their petitions and the petitions they have actively out. There's others that locally have just picked things up and carried around. I don't know of any that are on the internet, no, other than the one by the Save the Wild UP.
Okay, and I'll on the show here. I'll post your telephone number for people, and if they want to get a hold of you. Is there anybody else that they can get a hold of too, in regards to the water walk and other things or information they may have for you or need? Is there another?
Well, on the water walk, there is another. If you have the flyer, you'll see Orland Caldwell is another name there that they can contact for more information, for donations and things like that.
Okay.
And you can always just call the tribe, and the tribe will get a hold of me.
Okay, do you have like a donate or a PayPal button or anything for people?
For the water walk, there is, yep.
Okay, all right.
It should be all on the flyer.
Okay.
Mother Earth Water Walkers also is on there.
Okay, so now what? Where does the Menominee government stand right now with this? I mean, what is it that they're doing legally
The
to?
tribe, there's press releases that the tribe had put out in opposition to this mine. They passed a resolution in direct opposition to this mine. Like I said before, the tribe has been actively involved since the beginning when they submitted their permit. So I think in the press release, Joan Delabrew, who is our current chairman, it said that they'll do whatever they can to defend our ancestors and our ancestral homeland.
Yeah. Yeah, the Menominee always seems to have a good government. Yeah, I was just kind of curious because I did read the letter, and I'm going to read the letter too for other people. So when we get off the phone, I'll go through reading the letter that she wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, for people. Is there anything that you want people to know? I mean, or anything that you can think of that maybe people can help you with?
Well, one of the things that comes to my mind right away is this is for sure a huge thing that our huge project that our community is involved in on the reservation. We have ties to it that do go a lot deeper than other tribes or other people, because of our creation story starts at the mouth of the Menominee River. I was told by one of our elders that we were given the original responsibility by the Creator to watch over that land and watch over that river, and that supersedes any treaty and that supersedes any law. So it is a pretty undertaking for us. This is attacking our very creation. So it's pretty motivating and inspiring to see our people come together in opposition to that. But one of the bigger things I think that all people can rally around is clean water and a clean environment. And this mine is going to threaten all of that. One of the big things that I have learned through doing our speaking tour is that the majority of the breeding stock of lake sturgeon in Lake Michigan only use the Menominee River to breed. And if that river comes polluted, you can say goodbye to all the lake sturgeon, the majority of them. Last year the tribe was involved in reseeding the mouth of the Menominee River with wild rice. We went up there and did a wild rice ceremony, and this year it started growing there. And it's significant because, the Menominee in Algonquin, in English it means people in wild rice. That rice hasn't been there in hundreds of years, and now it's back, and us Menominee haven't been in that area in a long time, and now we're back. So it's building that relationship again with that land and caretaking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's inspiring, in our creation story, like I said, starts there at the mouth of the Menominee. That first bear come out of the ground there and walked up that river. On September 21st, we're going to do that same thing. We're going to walk up that river that our ancestors did thousands of years ago. And we encourage anybody that wants to come and do that with us.
Yes,
it's
that's
really,
great.
Going to be spectacular.
I'm going to try to make it. I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try to make it. I would love to go. I've been there during the time where they're doing some ceremonies for the spawning and stuff. So and I went on one walk, and that was where once a year where they go from that area, and then they walk down to the high school to the powwow.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I went on half of the walk, but then I got it right and videoed the rest of them walking past and walking through. Yeah, I was going to mention the sturgeon, and then you did, so I was so glad you brought that up and talked about it. Thank you.
Yeah, and one of the more significant things about that sturgeon for us is we call it namao, in our language, and it means the first fish, and we call ourselves Kayas Mamache Kawak, which means the first peoples.
Mm-hmm.
We recognize the significance of that fish. It's in our creation story. One of those three gifts we were given.
Yeah, I did a tour in the museum with Rose Shenandoah took me around. It was a 7-part thing where I did the inside and the outside and the back office and all kinds of stuff. And so it was like a 7-part series thing. And I remember the first thing that we went to, that Rose took me to, was that big fish that's in the museum up above that, she said that they used to be that big, and I'm thinking, wow, they're, as big as people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. To see them.
It'd be nice to see them that big again.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Okay, well, so is there anything? Excuse me? I'm sorry, I can't hear.
No, I just said hopefully we can protect them. Hopefully we can save them.
Yeah.
We're going to do our best. We don't want them to go away. They've been here just as long as we have.
Well, we'll try to put it out there as much as we can for other people to hear. Maybe get some reinforcements and some backup. Seems like a lot of people are up in North Dakota right now trying to save that land too.
Yep. Exactly.
And it's a hard time for people right now. Natives, are just being, their lands are just being gone after for this crazy money grubbing stuff.
Yeah.
And, people are scared.
Yep.
Yeah, people are scared. I remember when I was a kid, and I'm old. I'm an elder. I remember my father was an elder when I was a kid. I was the youngest child, and I remember him crying, saying that, all the water is going to be destroyed, and him not liking the tap water, and then talking about when he was younger, people didn't have body odor because they didn't eat toxic food, and they didn't need soap when they went out into the water to bathe with, and all these things, all these soaps and all these things are ruining the water, and it's true. What we consume is toxic, and we have to have the clean water to survive. And he would cry, and I listened to him, but then it's like now I'm in that day and reflecting back when I was a child, listening to him talk about this stuff. So do you it's
just if there is one silver lining, I guess, in all of this, it's the unification of peoples good people coming together in defense of our water.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and it's not it's not a Menominee problem only. It's all of us.
Yeah. And I think that, that not enough people know about what's going on within Menominee right now. So
Yep.
I'm really glad you called. And
Yeah.
we get the word out some more, hopefully.
Yeah, I appreciate all your help.
Yeah, thank you. And is there anything you want people to know right now? Is there anything else?
I guess the only thing I could think about is if you can't make either one of those events on the 21st or 22nd. I know it's kind of a long way up there. Some people don't have the funds or the time to get there. But I would ask that if you can't make it there on those 2 days, that if just one moment, on each one of those days, you can take a moment and just think about us and say a prayer for us, or just be mindful of what we're doing. And we have a lot of elders that'll be walking with us, and we're just hoping that everybody's safe and trying to do the best we can and walk in prayer.
Yes. I just thought of something too. I remembered. There's somebody bringing water from the water that was from North Dakota that was blessed with waters from many different lands, right? To blend with your water.
Yeah. Becky Alegria is bringing some water from the Cannonball River in North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna carry that also.
Yeah. Did you know that they did the ceremony there a couple weeks ago, where they had people come with canoes, and they had people that were coming from different lands bringing water, so they take it out and mix it all, because they say the water will recognize each other from each other's land, and then they come together as one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for all your information in your conversation.
Yep. You too.
And, you have anything else you want to say, anything going on, give me a call. I'll make sure we, try to let some people know here in Madison, and then we have people from other countries that tune into the station too, yeah.
Cool.
So, anyways, all right, and I'll find you on Facebook, and I'll get you a copy of what I do here.
Okay, well, I'm not on Facebook, but you got my email. So.
Yeah, but I mean that. Don't you have a page for this though, right?
Yeah. One of our people that are helping put together had created one a while back. I'm not too savvy on that stuff. Not that I'm, I don't know. I just.
Well, a lot of people are. I talked to Rebecca yesterday, Becky, and she says, I haven't been on for 6 months. Because I sent you some messages. I sent her some messages last week because I wanted to know what was going on up there. Yeah. I'm here in Madison, so I usually travel around, to the, northern reservations, and I find things out,
Yeah.
I have
Well,
been...
I can see the benefits to it. I don't know if the Dakota Standing Rock Sioux Tribe would have got the type of coverage they got if it wasn't for social media. So I see that significant aspect to it. But I'm just kind of, old school in the sense, and I'll let other people do that.
Yeah, I've been using Facebook too since I started doing them. I've been downloading my shows to Facebook, to YouTube, and then sharing them on Facebook. First one I did, I got 12,000 views on, but then it dwindled slower after that because the media was being cut off. Yeah, so it kind of dwindled down.
Yeah, that's the way it always goes, right?
Yeah, and then also I know that when some of the media contact their emails are vanishing.
Oh yeah, big surprise, right?
It's just totally disappearing, so people are calling it a media blackout.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, there was a warrant for Amy Goodman because she followed the group in when they were digging up the burial ground.
Yeah.
people went up, found out about it, that they changed over to another site, so they ran up there. And some of them women, are bringing their kids because they were just running up there to look to see what was going on. And so they formed their front line, where they can't cross the line. They formed their line, and these guards, private guards that were hired, went up to where they were in their line and started spraying people in the eyes with pepper spray or mace. They said it was pepper spray, and then they had these dogs, and they were telling the dogs to go after the people, and some got bit. One guy got pepper sprayed in the eyes and bit on the ankle, and there was a little girl bit, went to the hospital, and there was it was a pregnant lady got bit in the shoulder, and that's when the guys got mad, and they showed some of the dogs biting people, and Amy Goodman was up there and videoed, her with her photographer, and they videoed a bunch of the stuff going on, and she interviewed people, because when they charged to get those guards and those dogs out of there, they charged at them to get them out of there and backed them up. They were trespassing at that time. So, because they went over the line and got them out and scared them out of there, so anyways, the story got told wrong all over the place, and this Amy Goodman had a good, grip on what was going on. And so now there's a warrant out for her arrest. I don't know if they found her yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she turned herself in or she's hiding or what. But, it's terrible because she was a reporter and they were getting the story.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. In 2016, we still have those same type of tactics being used against unarmed civilians.
Yeah, it's really insane to let dogs go, where there's women and children too in general, just on anybody, but they know.
Defend themselves.
Yeah, they see kids there.
Yeah. Yep.
I think one of the kids.
There's nothing new, I think, for indigenous tribes to see that. We went through genocide. We went through acculturation, termination. We went through it all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I can't see is the inhumanity that some of these people have. Like those private guards.
I know it.
That's not sane. Just letting dogs go and telling them to bite people.
I know. That's scary.
Yeah, it is. It's creepy.
Yeah, and then you look at Donald Trump, some of the things that come out of his mouth. Yeah, it's like, geez, man.
Yeah.
In the dark ages again.
Yeah. I did a show just a little while ago. It was called Trump the Casino Dumps, right? I had gotten a lot of information on the things that he had done with his casinos. He had borrowed a lot of the money, that took care of the casino stuff, but he makes it appear all the stuff that he did was him because his name is being put on stuff. But it was mostly other people's money backing the stuff. And then the people didn't get paid. The majority of them didn't get paid. They all got ripped off, and he was filing bankruptcies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
I'm kind of fearful if he somehow miraculously gets in there, about Indian gaming.
Yeah.
What he's going to do about that.
Yeah, it's really sick. You see pictures of his son too. These big animals that they just killed trophy hunters. It is pretty sad.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, and then he has like his own water. He says, but he's actually buying it from a company. Oh gosh, I had the information when I did the video. I can't remember where. I think it was Colorado or something. I don't remember. But he's actually buying the water from a private company that's a spring on some people's land, and so he's buying the water from them. They have their own label. He's buying it from them and then having his label put on it and probably tripling the price and making it all expensive. And here they could just go to those people and buy it. So, so it's not really, he does not own the property where the water is coming from. he doesn't own the company that's bottling it. So I mean, if people look on his bottles of his water, they can see where it came from.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff on him. People, when it comes to politics, people get all nervous, but we have to always think about what's best for the future of all.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if we don't like the presidential candidates. What matters is who is the better one to to take care of the issues that are going on. So yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I always hear people say, "Well, I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils." I always hear that all the time, but then I tell them, "Well, the lesser of two evils is still evil." So
yeah,
you got to do something better.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully things will go all right and he won't get in there. And I'm wondering if he has any money on it, if he's going to be making money off of this pipeline and the mining and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure somehow.
What's the company that's behind? I didn't hear what you were saying before. What is the company that's behind the project that's going on where you guys are right now?
Well, Aquila Resources is an exploratory company. They're not an actual mining company, so they're going to still need a mining company to be involved. They had Hut Bay Minerals, which is a mining company. They had them working with them, but Hut Bay got into trouble with some human rights violations down in South America, so they pulled out of the project. And the project, like I said, it stayed stagnant for about 2 years. And Aquila had just filed a permit by itself. And what I'm thinking, and what most of us are thinking, is they're gonna, get this permit and then dangle it in front of the mining companies and see which one will bite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because with the ideas out there, and people are going to start coming up with stuff, to contact these places and,
Yep.
question what's going on. Get some more, scientists involved and stuff. It's kind of what happened up at the Capitol with the mining issues with the, Pinocchio Hills. Groups of people went up to the court cases, and there were scientists that went up there with their proof. I sat and watched them all, people as they testified. I was too far in the back of the people to make it to time to testify, so I just went in and listened and watched other people. There were many people there, but got to get some people back and up there.
Yep. Yeah, we got quite a big crew of people that are involved in our mining calls. They've been doing a mining call since November of when this permit got submitted, and it's a lot of grassroots organizations, a lot of other tribes, just a lot of different entities are on that call. I think yesterday we had like 14 different organizations that were on that call. So.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, strength the numbers, right?
Yeah, get some action going.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah, there's so many people that are on Facebook. It'd be a good idea to go on Facebook with this networking group, because people email each other back and forth through Facebook, and then they can gather more people.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm sure it will be once we start going live and doing some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it doesn't come down to us camping out and standing in front of those machines, but.
Yeah.
If it does, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, people will. There's still people heading out to North Dakota.
Yep.
Like some leave, others will come. There will be a crowd there, and until they get it stopped.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Well, we're going to be heading out after kind of our stuff dies down a little bit, probably at the end of October. We're planning on. Us water walkers that have done this check, and the ones that are involved in this Back 40 mine I've been racing like for the last 2 weeks to put a bundle together. We're going to put a bundle together. We were given 3 gifts by the creator, and few gifts of wild rice, maple sugar, and sturgeon. Said that we would always have those. So we're going to put that bundle together, and I'm going to process about 50 pounds of rice or more of what I got, take it out to Dakotas, and let them have it.
Yeah, I know. I did one in the spring. I took a bundle out up to the water that's about a mile from where I live here, and did some prayers. But there's another country where the water turned red after mining, and someone had mentioned something about it last night. I was reading about it with the prophecies.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think that people need to hear about that type of stuff. I've heard of it, but I don't remember it. I don't know much about it. I just remember hearing about it. And then also the black snake too. People have versions of the black snake from their tribes. And, I've been having to delete some people on my YouTube page here and there because they're non-native, and they're saying that the white snake or the black snake prophecy story isn't true, and that it was told differently. It's actually was a train was the black snake from the 60s, and I'm like going, well, you say what they want just to try to kind of put a kibosh on the, on the prophecies, but anyways.
Yeah, well, there's always people that know, and then there's people that pretend they know.
Yeah.
You always got to watch out for that.
They're just
People that think they know.
Yeah, they're just argumentative people,
Yeah, they have no idea.
Okay, well, is there anything else you'd like to add today?
No, I think that's it. Cover it.
Okay, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, and the flyer that you sent me, I wasn't able to copy it over in that format, but we could talk about that later. And that, so I could put it out for you. My pages don't circulate very well, but people come and look, here and there.
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate all your help.
Yeah.
Any way I can help, let me know.
Yeah. All right, well, you have a good day.
You too.
And thanks much. We'll see ya.
Yep, also.
Okay, here we go. Statement from the Chair. Office of the Chair, Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin. For immediate release, September 2nd, 2016. Contact Joan Dapl, Tribal Chairwoman. Michigan Department of Environmental Quality issues decision granting Aquila Resource and Company Back 40 mine permit, Kashina, Wisconsin. On September 2nd, 2016, the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality, MDEQ, announced its decision to grant the mine permit to Aquila Resources and Company Back 40 mine. The Black 40 project is as proposed in an open pit gold, zinc, and copper mine and proceeding facility in the Lake Township of Minnesota next to the Menominee River. The Menominee tribe is appalled with the decision due to the potential catastrophic impact to the Menominee River, local community, and other tribes' places of origin at the mouth of the Menominee River. Tribal Chairwoman Joan Dapl stated the following in the response to this decision. The Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin is sickened by MDEQ's decision to approve the application to grant the Aquila Resource and Company authorization to move forward with their Back 40 mining project. The tribe has and will continue to fight to protect any land within our ancestral territory that contains the remains of our ancestors and our cultural resources. The federal government's failure to uphold their trust responsibility by delegating their responsibilities to the state of Michigan under the Clean Water Act is flawed. I feel that the federal government can delegate authority under the act of the state, but can never delegate their trust responsibly. Tribal Historic Preservation Officer David Nahawakwa Grinchen, Grinchenon, stated the following in response to this decision. The Menominee Nation's sacred sites and other cultural resources are contained within the footprint of the mine, an area that will be excavated. If final approval is granted, our place of origin at the mouth of the Menominee River may be destroyed by any adverse impact on the land, environment, and water from mining disaster. The federal agencies charged with upholding trust responsibility to tribes are not living up to their responsibilities through their inaction to protect our sacred and cultural resources on the Menominee River and the site of the Back 40 mine. There will be a public hearing for comment on the proposed decision to grant Aquila Resources and Company Back 40 mine permit on October 6, 2016 at the Stevenson's High School, Stevenson's, Minnesota at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, it says if you cannot attend, you can also submit written comment to Michigan Department of Environmental Quality until November 3rd. So, okay, so this meeting has already taken place, but a person can still write the Department of Environmental Quality until November 3rd. And it says more information will be available at Remembering Our Ancestors. Gathering will be held September 22nd, 2016 in the township of Michigan. For information on this event, please contact Guy Ritter at 715-853-2776 or via electric email at anahkwet@hotmail.com. So on the 21st is the water ceremony, and then on the 22nd is this event, which he spoke about in our conversation. And he talked about, we talked about there be buses at the casino for people who want to go on the 22nd, and you can call him for contact to register as a person on the bus, or if you're not able to do that, just go and show up at 8 o'clock in the morning. The bus will be leaving at 8:30. The buses will be leaving at 8:30. So anyways, that's it for now on the mining issues.
guys doing? Cody Hall, media spokesperson for Red Warrior Camp. I just want to give you an update that the 4 days I spent in jail, I'm out now, and you know, like I said, it's a fight all around. And thank you guys for your prayers. Those of you that have called and left messages, you know, it's very heartwarming, and thank you so much for the words of encouragement. By the time I got those messages, it was really uplifting. And so I just want to tell you guys that I love you for all that you've done to send prayers. And I just stand with my brothers and sisters who were arrested and in previous weeks taking our stand against the Dakota Access Pipeline. And again, we are all water protectors. We are all sacred site protectors. I understand that sometimes somebody has to go through the fall first, and that ended up being me. And you know, I was met with intimidating forces by law enforcement that tried to, you know, shoulder flex and try to break me down mentally and just do those psychological things, which you know, I've geared myself up to know that I won't be broken down. But rest assured, I thank you guys so much for your prayers and your concerns and the many messages that you have put out. Again, I'm just a small part of this whole big thing, but I was willing to take that front for the people, and you know, and I hope that no others go through what I went through. But anyway, that's the update. I'm out. Hopefully, I get something good to eat and a lot better than that jail food. And again, you know, we're still going to fight on, and we're going to make sure that this pipeline dies. So thank you guys. Love you.
Be careful, everybody. They have dogs that they're sending out to us. The dogs were actually attacking Dakota Access Pipeline workers too. They didn't care who it was. What if he just got this lead? These guys are violent. Dogs away! These guys are violent. You think those women and children are dog food? They can kill someone! They out here with animals trying to attack us. We're not leaving! We're not leaving! They keep pushing! Look at that!
Calm down, let them leave, they're leaving. Let them leave.
We are the land! We are the land!
Back in the day of our ancestors when they had to protect. But to call us those warriors, we're not scared of any pain that was going to be inflicted on them, because they were there to protect the women, children, and our elders, and our way of life. And you guys are part of that, what you saw today, what you lived. that came surging through you. There's a reason why you all band up together here from all different tribes. Because your ancestors said, take one leap of action to defend, and that's what you guys did today.
How you doing? Cody Hall here with Red Warrior Camp. I just want to tell you guys, today there was an action. 23 water protectors were arrested by Morton County officials and North Dakota Highway Patrol, who were dressed in full SWAT gear, brandishing pellet guns and semi-automatic rifles to water protectors who are there in a peaceful way with no weapons, but yet they were met with this intimidating force that the state and Morton County thinks that they need to show, enforce their muscle, which frankly I don't, they have barely any muscle. So, but what's happening now, as of tonight, Morton County officials are denying the release of the 23 people that were arrested today, due to the fact that the legal defense team does not have one North Dakota lawyer on their staff. And so Morton County officials are saying that they cannot let the legal team speak with the 23 people that are sitting in Morton County Jail tonight, due to the fact of that one mishap or that one flaw of not having a North Dakota lawyer present on the legal team, which is denying their constitutional right, which is denying the fact that the legal team has constitutional rights as well. So I'm asking you guys as supporters and those watching worldwide to lend your voice, to lend your concern to Morton County officials to free the 23 that are in jail tonight still.
Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up.
It is such an honor to be here and to bear witness to the incredible courage that all of you are showing, that our brother is showing. Your courage is what leads us forward, what gives us hope. The courage of the Standing Rock Sioux and of all the indigenous nations and tribes that have come here to show resolve, to show courage, and to show unity. You are a model to the nation and to the world. What you are protecting, as you know, is not just yours. You are protecting us all. And I urge everyone who's listening out there to be a part of this courageous movement, to show support in whatever way you can, to come here if you can, and to stand with this movement, to help supply this movement. This battle is absolutely critical. This Dapl pipeline must be stopped in the same way that the Keystone pipeline had to be stopped. We cannot simply allow other pipelines to do an end run around that one highly visible pipeline. And this is happening all over the country through the desecration of water, through the desecration of indigenous lands and ancestral sacred sites and of our ecosystems, which we all depend on. And I want to give props to the many indigenous leaders across the nation and across the world for that matter.
This is the turning point. I was so proud when I saw the members of the Black Lives Matter show up here a few days ago. That's the kind of solidarity we have to continue to build. We have to let people understand that what we have in this struggle is not a past struggle against colonialism, but an ongoing struggle against colonialism. When we assume office, we're going to put in place processes and policies to begin to reverse the settler colonial project. We guarantee that for you. Okay?
Us, to the people. And I want to let you know that we are water protectors and we are sacred site protectors. And we always have that thought with that motion of peace. Even through when we were attacked by dogs, we still thought of peace. It's a human emotion, a human feeling of when you're being attacked, that you have to take a stand. That's in all of us, that's bred in us. But through that, as we discuss things, and when calmer heads prevailed, it was peace that we still thought of. It rejuvenated that spirit, that warrior spirit in people to defend. But through that defense, through us being these water protectors, these sacred site protectors, remember, we always think and we come in peace. You guys are the water protectors and the sacred site protectors, and you've always had peace in you. So stand with us, please. I love you guys. I hope.
Okay, here we go. I said this yesterday, I want to say it again. I'm so inspired by these young ones because a lot of us up here have been doing this for a lot of years, and it's fun and it's almost second nature. But believe me, to have young children come on stage in front of all you people, that's great. And I'm just glad that they're here.